Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're actually talking about how to counter the top 5 decks of the format right now. I will say this is one of the most like loosey-goosey, that's not a good use of that term, but loosey-goosey formats that we've had. We saw like Salamangreat over the weekend get first place. We've seen Tri Brigade it is a very relevant deck. We've seen Virtual World is still a very powerful deck even after the All Calamities getting banned. But today we're just going to talk about how to beat the 5 best decks of the format. I had that as Dragon Link, Shaddoll Invoked, Eldritch variants, and like Zulich is included in that. And we'll talk about Pure Zoo as well, but I think Eldritch variants is definitely I think Eldritch Eldritch is better than Pure Zoo. Prank Kids, I couldn't find a good picture for Prank Kids. Is this a good picture? And then Dinosaurs. Right. I thought about doing this all in one video, but I actually think it's better to do this each in its own video, because maybe you're really good against one of these decks, but not really good against another one of these decks. So Prank Kids is interesting. I did not think Prank Kids would ever be this good. I knew, because I play tested the deck when it first came out. So how do you beat it, right? So the first thing that obviously goes without saying, if this card is sent to the graveyard, like obviously banishing, like being able to banish is super good, right? And I think that's why we saw Virtual World stay relevant, because the deck makes Shen Shen, and like that's all it needs to do. Like Shen Shen destroys this deck. Like this deck, like if you hate Prank Kids for some reason, which is an amazing, I think it's like such a, look at this, how could you hate Prank Kids? Play Virtual World. Virtual World just bodies this deck, right? If you can find a way to just banish your, a D-Shifter, it goes back to D-Shifter, it's such a great card. Not really Artifact Lancia as well, but like a Macrocosmos, obviously. They've changed Necro Valley so many times to where Necro Valley might hurt this deck, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Another thing too, though, to remember is like Kaijus are really good against this deck. Nibiru's is really good. A well-timed Nibiru, I should say, is really good against this deck. And Nibiru, I haven't talked about that card super a whole lot. It's not really that good against Eldritch. That's why it's not really that good against Dinosaurs, because it's really not a going first card. I guess you can kind of use it against Dinosaurs. It's not really that good against Dinosaurs, especially with Miscellaneous Aerosaurus being a card. It's not really that good against Shaddoll Invoked, because usually by the time they make the Makaba, they can play around Nibiru, right? And the last 2 decks here, Nibiru is really good against. Nibiru is actually worse too against Dragon Link. It's really not that good against Dragon Link. It's really good against Prank Kids. Don't like play passively and like set up a board and try to oppressively beat them down, because they're probably gonna outlast your deck unless it's like the mirror match, or you're playing like Dragon Link, or you're playing or you have full confidence that your deck can beat this deck during like late game, right? So that's the biggest thing. Is like when you see your opportunity against Prank Kids, take it. Do make sure you check out those other 3 videos I've released. I mentioned them already a little bit here. Those Eldritch variants, Invoke, Shaddoll, Dogmatica, as well as Dinosaurs. I think that these are the best 5 decks of the format. Make sure you do subscribe, because I will be posting the last video of this series out, where I'll be talking about Dragon Link, and I actually think that is the best deck at the format. But do click that like button, show your support for the channel, but most importantly of all, have a great day.